When I walked into the restaurant, the last person I expected to see proposing to my sister was my husband. My heart pounded in my chest, each beat a deafening roar in my ears. I stood frozen, watching as he knelt before her, the same ring he had once slipped onto my finger now glinting under the dim lights, its sparkle a cruel mockery of the promises we had exchanged. I felt like the air had been knocked out of me, my mind struggling to reconcile the betrayal unfolding before my eyes. A wave of nausea threatened to overcome me, and I clung to the edge of the table for support, my knuckles turning white. Just as I was about to storm over and confront them, my phone buzzed in my pocket. It was a message from my sister. "I need to talk to you. Meet me in the restroom." Confusion tangled with anger, but I followed her instructions, weaving through the crowded room, my thoughts a tumult of disbelief and fury. In the restroom, I found her pacing, her face a portrait of guilt and desperation. "I didn't know how to tell you," she said, tears brimming in her eyes. "He told me you guys were over months ago. He said he was waiting for the right time to tell you." The room spun, the betrayal deepening with every word she spoke. I wanted to scream, to lash out, but all I could do was stand there, absorbing the shock. I couldn't help but remember the heated arguments, the late nights when he'd come home smelling of unfamiliar perfume, the distance that had crept into our marriage like a silent thief. I had ignored the warning signs, convincing myself that it was just a rough patch, that we'd find our way back to each other. But now, standing in that restroom, the truth crashed over me like a wave, relentless and devastating. My sister's betrayal cut the deepest, a wound that would take much longer to heal than the loss of a husband who had already slipped through my fingers. As I left the restroom, my heart heavy with unresolved pain, my mind raced with how to handle this tangled web of deceit. I realized that the internal conflict wasn't just about losing them both, it was about facing the reality of my own denial and the facade of a life I had been clinging to. The proposal had shattered my illusions, but in that shattering, I found a strange sense of liberation. This was my moment to reclaim my narrative, to step away from the shadows of their betrayal and into the uncertain light of a future I would now shape on my own terms.